Hello and welcome back to another edition of the Michigan Conservative Roundtable. This is TJ, I'm Mac, and we'd like to thank all of our current subscribers, working our way to 900 and then hopefully 1,000. And you can help us by hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell, and you will get our videos automatically. You won't have to look for them. Watch them if you please. It's up to you. So, I have a favorite Twilight Zone episode from years ago, and it's called The Monsters Are on Maple Street. And spoiler alert, I am going to talk about how this comes out, so if you haven't seen it or want to, I will link it in the description box, the episode. It's Season 1, Episode 22. And in this, it's an average Saturday. People are out mowing their lawns and trimming their hedges, and all of a sudden something goes over the top of all these people washing their cars and going about their Saturday afternoon. And boom, all the power goes out. Cars won't start. Lawnmower won't work. Nothing of the machinery that they have is functional. Well, everybody's trying to figure out what's going on, and one fella says, I'll walk over a couple of streets and see if they have power. And he walks off. So this kid comes up and he says, hey, I've got this comic book I'm reading, and it says this is how it always starts when the aliens come. This is what they do. They knock out our power and stuff, and then they come in and they invade us and take over. Everybody laughs it off because the kid's a goof, or they think he's a goof. But then all of a sudden, one guy's car starts up all by itself. And all the neighbors who've congregated, they look at this one guy and they say, hey, man, how come your car started? What do you know about this? And another neighbor says, yeah, I see you looking at the sky at night. The guy goes, yeah, I'm looking at the sky, so what? And accusations start to form. The guy becomes the subject of everyone's attention, kind of like the unvaccinated or whites involving critical race theory. Now, you've seen this episode, correct?
Yes.
Am I accurate to this point?
At Mac's urging, I watched it just last night.
Okay.
I tell you what, you talk about conclusion jumpers.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And especially, when the guy's car started for no reason at all. No one was even in it. And the car started, and by the way, I was moderately amused when they showed the polluting exhaust coming out of the tailpipe.
Right, that's how you knew the car was running.
Yeah, when you saw the exhaust. But, I tell you what, you talk about conclusion jumping.
Yeah, and everybody's attention went to that one guy.
You know what? Jump to conclusion. Your car started when no one else's did. You're out at night looking to the sky. Clearly, jump to conclusion. Clearly, you're looking to your alien race for whatever reason.
Right. So
exactly. Oh my goodness.
So the next thing is it gets dark and someone's lights come on. Well, now all the attention shifts to that person. And the point we're making here is we're jumping from whites and critical race theory. They're the bad ones. They need to be straightened out. And that isn't going over so well. So now we got to jump to the next thing. Whose lights just came on? Oh, it's the unvaccinated. They're killing everybody. They're going to kill 1 billion people if we don't get them under control. Target them. Report them. How quickly will your neighbors turn on you in a moment of crisis and turn you in?
And here's a spoiler alert, too. In the dark of night, since they didn't have the lights or anything, one of their neighbors wandered up upon them in the dark, and in the chaos and confusion, someone had gone to one of their homes and retrieved a shotgun.
Sounds like you.
And as this unfortunate neighbor approached them in the dark, was shot and killed.
That's the guy who went to the other street.
And
it was gone a long time, I'll admit, in the episode, but shoot and kill him.
So you have people turning on people in the worst imaginable ways.
Yeah, and they start rioting of sorts. And it's going from house to house. Terry's lights come on. Mike's lights come on. That guy's house lights come on. And with each one of these events, they turn on that person. Everybody turns on that person. And it ends up there hitting each other with hammers and baseball bats and blah, blah, blah. And then the camera pans away from the neighborhood. And you see these two guys. And he goes, it's that easy. All you got to do is make some of their stuff not work, and this is the result every time. They turn on
Disrupt
each
their
other.
normal routine.
And this is what they'll do every time.
When you disrupt their normal routine, they invariably turn on each other.
Right. And then they pan back a little further, and these two guys get on the spaceship. So the kid was right. They really were aliens. However, in our scenario, there are no aliens, except illegal aliens, I suppose. So don't get on the bandwagon of picking the next victim to get at us, I guess.
Don't be a conclusion jumper.
Don't be a conclusion jumper. Wait for evidence. Don't think that until you have proof. I'd like anyone to prove I've killed anyone with COVID that I don't have. I don't know how I can spread a disease I don't have. And I have no proof whatsoever that vaccine is protecting anyone from COVID or the alleged Delta variant. So with that, we're going to close it up.
And it was a short segment.
Yeah.
Minus the commercials, I think it was like 22 minutes and some odd seconds.
Old TV was like that. It's well worth watching. It really hits home a point as many of those old Twilight Zones do. You don't always get it as you watch them when you're younger, but as you get a little older and you can make references, you see it.
I do believe the message of the episode was how quickly people turn on each other for no reason at all.
No reason.
Okay.
Just an accusation, they will turn on each other. So be careful about those accusations. And as we always say on the Michigan Conservative Roundtable, be safe, watch your six, and don't tread on me.